In October, the Steelers lost their previous game against the Ravens. Can Baltimore do it again? Find out next on Madden Football.
They love their crab cakes and they love their football. That's what Maryland does. And we're at M&T Bank Stadium down near the inner harbor of Baltimore. Here's a scene a short time ago. The Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with the Pittsburgh Steelers. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? Taken in at the 3. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Flushed out right. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Jackson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Jackson from the shotgun. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. So the Steelers now in great shape to begin their initial possession. 1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. And they'll be let out by their 6th-year quarterback. And it's caught. And in for the Steelers touchdown. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. Taken in at the 3. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 22. Throwing to start the drive. Jackson. This one caught by Winslow. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
A big play that time through the air. 31 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24.
Hey, report.
From the gun, it's Jackson. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now it's Jackson. He's going to take another shot here. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that. They might just... And this is caught! And in for the Ravens touchdown. Rashad Bateman, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. Wow, talk about a big fourth down conversion for the score. Defensively, how do you let that happen?
I think you start with the offense, and you give them credit for going for it, having that kind of, well, let's face it, audacity. But defensively, I think you're right on target, partner. There's no way something like that's supposed to happen in that situation. You're supposed to be able to shut that down and get the ball back for your own team. Instead, they give up not just a big play, but a touchdown.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. Well, this defense for the Ravens, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because there should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak. Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. A 2nd and 7 with our score tied at 7, but they're planning to change that soon. Only question, will they get 3 or 6 out of it? And he'll give it here to his running back. A tough run, but not a huge gain. Dropped at the 25. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. He'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Bailey. Touchdown! A great play there with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Steelers have taken the lead. The extra point by Sly is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession. Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score. Jackson on first down. a safety valve here. That's complete.
Working with a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 21-yard line.
Here's Jackson. He will find Winslow on the left side, complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
Now Jackson. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. So here are the Steelers to take over on offense. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. The defense was dialed into the pass. They overlooked the draw play.
And how often do we talk about the oldies are still goodies? Because that draw play comes straight from Coach Paul Brown's playbook, going all the way back to the original Cleveland Browns.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. They'll look to throw. And did he get the feet down? No. They'll say he did not. It's incomplete. Well, prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal into the game. You know, because you do practice it, you do go through it. And
the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. So a change of possession here on the punt. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it.
That's caught at the 25. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
Oh, wow.
Rashad Bateman, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Ravens are able to show off their quick strike ability.
But for all the deserved accolades Lamar Jackson gets for his running prowess, you know, his deep ball, it's really a thing to behold as well.
And we often talk about hang time for punts, but in this case, we should probably calculate the hang time on that throw because that one hung up there for a long time and managed to keep going and going until it found its target.
Extra point safely through, and the lead is down to 2. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now.
Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd.
And when when you see a quarterback retreating away from the line of scrimmage toward the other goal line like that, usually doesn't end well.
You're exactly right about that. Normally, if they're moving from side to side, they've got a chance maybe to get back upfield. He was trying to shake defenders and extend the play, but it doesn't work out very well for them at all. You need those extra yards on the other side of the line of scrimmage. Now you're digging a hole for your offense.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
We'll call that a 41-yard punt. The net a little greater, though, following a loss on the return. The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Jackson. Underneath for Miller. Room here to run. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Jackson now. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And finally marked down at the 23. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Now Jackson on 1st down. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the 1st down sack. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. He's going to let this one go deep. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing is Jackson. And that is caught. It's Winslow. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. To throw is Jackson. And this is going to be caught. No, they say it's incomplete. And now following the incomplete pass, we'll get a timeout here for an injured player. So an incomplete pass a moment ago, and that leads to 2nd and goal. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. 2nd down and goal. Jackson. Caught on a slant. And in for the Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens have retaken the lead. Point after, up and good. And the lead is up to 5. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it's capped off by the Baltimore score. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
At the 23, it's 2nd and 12.
He'll look to throw. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number one. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. And to give this time to the tailback. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on fourth down.
And here's Hoffrichter now, the punter, as he sends this one away.
A 40-yard punt, no return, and control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going
as they'll take over with just 13 seconds to go before the break.
He will find Winslow. That's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. He'll get this one complete to Winslow. And with 1 second left, they get the timeout. And they'll have a chance to kick the field goal before intermission. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson to the goal line, but it's incomplete. So we're at halftime. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far.
The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports.
And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback.
The Steeler offense now with the football first here to begin the third quarter.
And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Now a handoff here to his running back. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on first down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. Wide open receiver complete. And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. So here are the Ravens to take over on offense. They've gone 2 months without a loss. 8 straight wins for them. And they've got the lead here in this one as well, trying to make it 9 in a row. They'll throw on first down with Jackson, eluding the pressure right. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair, because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Now it's Jackson. Forced out to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
So, CD, you look at this offense and what they've been able to do. 8-0, perfect through the first 2 months of the year. Second half of the season still to come, we get that. But what kind of a percentage chance do you think that they have of running the table?
Partner, I think it's hard to say because history would tell.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. Dupree, and he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. He's going to look deep down the field. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return, and the Ravens, they'll take over. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10, right at the 30. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson dancing to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. This, the second meeting of these two teams. You might recall they met back in Week 5. And it was the Ravens getting the road victory in that one, so now they'll look to finish off the season sweep here in Baltimore. From midfield now, here's Jackson. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10. And I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
Under the category of obvious, you hate giving up a first down on 3rd and long. And somehow he finds his way downfield and picks it up.
If you look at the coverage defensively, oh, this is great. But no one accounted for him at the quarterback spot.
At some point, you actually have to tackle it and get him on the ground short of the first down marker.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And the Steelers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He may need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
We're going to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
On third down, Dupree. And he's going to be taken down about a yard shy of the first at the 29. It's a pickup of 6, but it's not going to be enough. And the punt team's going to be summoned on fourth down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
44-yard punt. They're going to wind up losing yardage on the return, though. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. And throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Jackson. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. From the gun, Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. The big man, get the oxygen tank ready. And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. They'll look to throw. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead. So that effort gives them a 3-point cushion and guarantees that a field goal going forward won't beat them.
Yeah, that's really good strategy because that's all you care about. Not getting beat at this stage. At least give your team a fighting chance.
And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them. The coaches from all the way up here, they were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Flush to his right. First down and more for Jackson. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They've moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively, but they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
Now a throw here to his running back, and he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be a 2nd down. Here's Jackson. Flushed out right. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. From the gun, it's Jackson. Buying time to his left. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson from 17 yards out. And the Ravens have once again taken the lead. The extra point up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Pittsburgh set to take over again on offense. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Balin. That catch good for only a couple. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. On play action, they'll throw. He's going to air one out. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. Instead, it's incomplete. Boy, that really could have turned this one upside down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And the punt kicks out of bounds, and they will spot it right at the 25-yard line. Ravens offense getting set and ready for this next drive. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. A seismic shift in momentum here in the fourth quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
From the 28, it's 2nd and 5. Now back to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22.
We got this.
And they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter.
And touchdown and congratulations and zero relaxation ahead of them, right? Way too much time on the clock for them to start celebrating.
Yeah, part one is done, but now on the sideline, you can already see them scrambling down there. They're getting those defensive guys ready.
Yes, you have to get those guys ready, and you also have to talk to your special teams guys. Make sure the kickoff is exactly what you want and cover it well.
Important extra point up and through. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages, as a field goal now can only tie it.
Now following the touchdown, Richter to kick off. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action.
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in it, and let him fling another one.
Jackson to throw.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth.
Here's Jackson.
Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
Jackson.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first.
Throwing, Jackson.
Steps away to his left. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on first and goal.
Now Jackson.
They'll roll him out right. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow. How many people watching this one right here gave up? Because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
What it looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one, because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
Point after, right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game. So the drive there took 6 plays.
And it's capped off by the late touchdown that puts him out in front here in the final minute of the contest.
And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. So now the Steelers down on the scoreboard. 26 seconds to go. And they've got to travel the full 75 yards, and time is obviously a huge factor here. First and 10. He's back to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete.
And he will get out of bounds. That stops the clock, but 2-yard gains, definitely not what you're looking for at this juncture.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They'll look to throw.
Gets this to Fant.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ballgame. Back to throw. He's got his tight end fan. Now they do indeed get the timeout, so all is not lost. They'll have a chance for one final heave to the end zone. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. He'll look to throw. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete. Down to their last chance now. This is going to have to be a heave for the end zone and just hope for a miracle.
And I don't sit back with everyone back defending. I've got to have somebody rushing the quarterback. Don't make it easy for him to set up and throw the ball all the way downfield.
That one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. Well, Charles, a pretty exhilarating.
You run the thing up.
You It's Week 10 of the National Football League, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Colts and the Ravens, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland, and M&T Bank Stadium. Today we hit Week 10, and we've got a good one in store between the Indianapolis Colts and the Baltimore Ravens. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Yeah, let's get sack lunch. 49 for Mike, 49 for Mike. So don't say nothing.
Now it's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. 1st down and more for Jackson. He takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock is going off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Jackson from the shotgun. Being chased out left. And he'll just get rid of it.
All right, Charles, we've spoken about this offense plenty, how great they've been all year. 9-0 now, into the back half of the season. Super Bowl favorites, without a doubt. I think everyone agrees on that. What do you think is the thing that most stands between them and a perfect season?
I think it's themselves.
And he'll be brought down by the Colts. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. Throwing is Jackson. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big connection on that one. 30 yards.
All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. What does that shake your confidence?
And a loose football. And the Colts pick it up. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. Now it appears we've got an injured Raven down there on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. They'll run for the first time with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Callahan. That one complete to the former Seminole, Auden Tate. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Well, this defense for the Ravens, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
And one of the key numbers that I look at after every game, total yards allowed. They held them under 200 yards of total offense. Just couldn't sustain much of anything against them. Great job showing them different looks and then attacking.
Under pressure, and down he goes. And the defense coming through on third down. A loss of 7 to bring up fourth. So now on comes the field goal unit. And, wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be spotted just shy of midfield. A 59-yard attempt. And this is off the left upright. And it comes back. It's no good. And this will remain a scoreless game. So distance not the issue there. He had plenty of leg to get it there. It's that darn upright getting in the way.
Always gets in the way of a good time, doesn't it? Because he hit it square, too. Sometimes you can bank one in if you get it on the end of the football. No such luck there for him.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Forced out to his left. First down and more for Jackson. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Jackson now. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Defensively, they came into the game with the understanding they're going to have to slow him down on passes just like this because he was over 100 yards receiving a week ago. And you know they want to get him involved here as well.
Dancing to his left. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the gun, Jackson. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown.
Let's go.
A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. No problem there on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. 1-7 their record here at the midway point of the season. And right now this organization, more than likely if you look at it, CD, probably in for a rough second half of the season.
Well, we've seen teams turn things around in other places. I mean, we've seen...
That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. A big play there for Indy. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. They'll run with Edwards-Helaire. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. That's a gain of 7, and we'll leave them with 2nd and goal coming up. They'll try to run with Edwards-Helaire. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Clyde Edwards-Helaire. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point splits the uprights.
And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play.
So I'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. They are, for the moment, the best team in football, 9-0 entering play here. And, Charles, I don't know if we'd call them a surprise 9-0, but the way that they have been winning definitely opened up a lot of eyes around the NFL.
Well, what we've seen from them so far this season, you can't stop them on offense. You can't score on them on defense. So, to me, if you're going to play against them, you have to bring your best game and hope they throw a clunker in that day to give yourself a chance.
And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down. To throw on 2nd and 10, Jackson. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield. And he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jackson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession. 7-7, our score after one. Buying time to his left. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback, I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. On 3rd and 1, Jackson. And this is going to be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And the Colts are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing, maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
Here's Edwards-Helaire. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. A shotgun snap and a give to Edwards-Helaire. And this is going to be a Colts first down as good running gets him to about the 44. A pair of first downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. Looking to throw. Callahan. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Callahan. Now a swing pass. It's Edwards-Helaire. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. The Colts send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Ravens will get it. 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
Second down, back to Edwards-Helaire. And this carry brought to an end at the 8. Good stick skills, just not much room there to operate. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down? From the gun on third down, Callahan. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be fourth down. And his kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the...
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Josh Allen has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Now Jackson steps away to his left. And he'll be out right at the 35. A heck of an effort there on the scramble. Leaves him with just 3rd and a yard. Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Jackson on first down. Escaping the pressure right. First down and more for Jackson. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Now Jackson on first down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Touchdown! A great play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Ravens have retaken the lead. Extra point attempt here still to come. And that makes it 14-10. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And with a little under a minute remaining, we'll see if they want to try to put a drive together, possibly even take the lead here with a touchdown. Going to throw right side here, complete. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Callahan. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. You want the 3rd quarter already? No problem. Let's do it.
Both teams going back through their game plans, making their final halftime adjustments. And for the call of the second half, we go back up to Baltimore and rejoin Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3.
They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
On 1st and 10, Callahan. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 6 yards left on 2nd down. They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Yeah, this is going to be a... First down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line.
There are a lot of different formulas to winning football, but one constant over the years, winning on 3rd down. That pickup there was big because they had struggled throughout this one.
First and 10, it's Edwards-Helaire with it. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
On second down, a run with Edwards-Helaire.
Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And they'll run the option on third and short yardage.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They'll get a couple of yards on the keeper, but it's going to lead to a fourth down. The Colts send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the second time. This is taken around the 12. 35 yards that time on the punt. And possession will switch hands, first and 10. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments.
From midfield now, here's Jackson.
The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Oh, and for the third time, Jackson going to be intercepted.
Picked off at the 49. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get his second one.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up second and 5.
Now a carry for Edwards-Helaire.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
84 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. He tried to get away, but to no avail, and an absolute killer there. A 12-yard loss on first and goal.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, it took a sack on first and goal. But that close to the goal line, it still definitely hurts.
And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. Really nice gain on the completion. However, still third and goal that they face now. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, third and goal.
Edwards-Helaire.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. He'll give up 6 yards there on the loss, and it'll bring up fourth down. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And this one is right through. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13.
So that gets him a little closer as he converts there, but you have to think back to the field goal he missed earlier.
Right now, that's the difference between leading and trailing. So at this moment, he's reciting that kicker's prayer that we know so well. Just give me one more shot before this one's said and done.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short. From the gun, it's Jackson. He will find Winslow. That's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple. To throw is Jackson. Being chased out left. First down and more for Jackson. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
Well, another fine run right there for Lamar Jackson and CD. That one puts him over 100 yards now for the ball game.
And remember when all we talked about were 100-yard games from running backs? That when a quarterback did it was a surprise? Well, Lamar Jackson, that's part of the package as well. He'll have as many 100-yard games in a season as the top running backs in the league.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Flushed out right. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5.
How many times have we seen this late in the fourth quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Forced out to his left. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Taken in at the 3. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over.
There's still plenty of time here in the fourth quarter. Just a one-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and 2-point conversion. A field goal here on this drive does very little at this stage.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. Callahan. It's brought in left side by Tate. And the ball is knocked out. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts...
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. The question, was the knee, in fact, down before this ball comes loose. And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also...
Look, seconds up.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
Following the fumble recovery, Callahan.
He'll swing this one out to Edwards-Helaire.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, second down. Back to throw. Callahan. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. They push him back 8 yards and time on second down. The Colts on third down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 14.
He'll drop that off to Edwards-Helaire.
And I think the ball's out. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And they've got a 4th down now in a game that, to be honest, has been pretty much everything we could have asked for. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the defense helping him out a little bit here late in the 4th.
Yeah, and you're exactly right. And when you're the one doing the chasing, you'll take a little help from the other guys, won't you?
Back to throw. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Colts have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th.
And he'll get into the end zone as a 2-point conversion is successful. Huge, huge conversion there to tie this thing up, but they're not done yet. Their defense needs to get a stop.
Yeah, there's still plenty of time for the other team to come downfield and put some points on the board, but job 1 was taken care of. The 2-point conversion to get this thing tied.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21-all the score as the kick's away.
He will return this from deep in the end zone.
And he is out of bounds here on the return. Now the ball...
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because of how fast the game's going, but just trying to get the right sight line to the football. That's not always easy. We'll see what they decide here.
So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the official saw as this play will stand as is.
Now a throw here to his running back. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Jackson.
Eluding the pressure right. And that is caught. It's Winslow. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big play that time through the air. 32 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Jackson to throw.
And this will be incomplete. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
And Jackson's so tough to stop. He's got a 1st down, and he gives himself up there at the end. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
Let's go.
Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Miller. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. They'll try to punch it in with Miller. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. Now here's a timeout as they will indeed call it with 5 seconds to go and a chance with a field goal to win the game. And his kick is good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. He hasn't missed a kick all year. Why would he start now?
That's a great question, isn't it? Well, maybe because that was the most nerve-wracking kick he had to attempt all year. But he knocked it through just like it was an easy chip shot.
From just inside the 20, a short kick.
Well, this one, partner, was fun down to the very end. They got the points late, right before the whistle. Then the ensuing...